Hello there. How are you doing? Tis I, Zen. It's you over there somewhere. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to this thing. There's a few things that have come to my attention that I think I knew for a very long time, but I just like to say it because as an artist, that is apparently my job because other people do not have the capacity to say such things. And I think it's because of what I'm going to say that they don't have the capacity. But I do. I, I don't. Let me see if I can say this the correct way. Let me get my voice in order here. uh, wait, that's I can't do it. I can't. It's a little broken right now. It's early. That's what it is. 7:50 Monday morning. I just I've seen this meme the meme of Garfield, and it was pretty funny. It said it's not that Garfield hated Mondays. It's because he's a cat. And on Saturday and Sunday, John, was his name, John? That was his owner guy. He was there. And so every Monday he'd wake up and he's gone. So he had separation anxiety. So good, so good, so good. All right, so here's what I've learned in this in my short time on this realm in this on this planet. I think that most people, and this is what I don't get. Most people are too stupid to live, but because they're so stupid, they continue to live. Like how how easily tricked, fooled, played uh human humans are, like like people, like how dumb people are is it hurts me inside because I realize that apparently I'm wearing the same skin suit. Apparently I have the same type of brain or something. I have all of the standard human-like attributes. And I too have been a child and stupid. But for quite a while now, even when I wasn't into studying the esoteric and occults and strange world and looking, even when I wasn't doing that, I realized that people are not very smart. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's me because they always say that um, smart people or stupid people think they're smart, and there's no convincing them otherwise, right? Because they're so stupid they don't even realize they're stupid, but they think they're smart. Uh, and here's why I let me see if I can state my claim here that people are dumb as a bag of donkey dicks. You know what I mean? Like nails and hammers and like donkey cocks that are just thrown into a bag and mixed around. And yeah, I don't understand it. Here's why I think this. First of all, if you think anyone went to the moon, you're you're dense beyond belief. Are you too trustworthy? Why do you believe people that continually lie to you? And do you like it? Do you just like lie to me? Do you like to get beat on? Like people are just laughing in your face, telling you you're stupid if you think you went to it. And I just seen this post today, which was crazy to me. Crazy to me. Absolutely fucking bizarre. That in 1975, we put a we, and I use the collective we, put a some sort of satellite probe. They probed it, probed Venus. They went to Venus. I did not. I just thought that I really thought that the story they told us was that in 1960s these lying cocksuckers went to. I don't know if they suck cock. They probably do. I'm guessing because if there's only like 5 guys on a ship, or was there 3? How many were they were on that big penis missile thing that went to the moon or whatever? Like they were up there for a while, or how long were they out there? How long did it take? I don't know, but they got there and they just probably sucked each other's cocks like a lot. They were just like, hey, I can't wait till we get back to Earth so we can look like this. Oh, yeah, it was dark in outer space. We couldn't see shit. We could see the splendor of all of it. Which one was it? You either could or you could. Yeah, but don't worry about that. We went to outer space. So they went to the moon, and apparently we went to Mars, or Lone Scum did. I mean, Elon Musk. You know, if you change those, it means Lone Scum. Like what a goofy, lying, strange. Like, what kind of trick are they playing on people? A white dude with a lisp that calls the company that he stole the name of, which was Tesla, free energy. He calls it Tesla. 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 What a fucking dope that guy is. Cool, he's so smart. He says everything. He's not smart. He's not. He's he's smart enough to trick you. And then people that are smart are jokers. You know what I mean? They're tricksters. I mean, that's maybe he is so smart he's tricked you into believing that he is smart, even though he's a dumb shit. But so apparently we went to Venus in 1975. I don't know that. I never knew of this. I really thought to the storyline that was being played out to this reality or something to the effect that we went to the moon. It was it 69. Did we were we the first, or was there some Russian cosmo cosmetology? What were they? Were they cosmos men or something? Uh, maybe the 60s. And now we just went to Mars or some shit. And I mean, I'll tell you what that is and what that means. It's coded language. So in essence, we probably have been to Venus and Mars, but it's not some planet out there. It's just outside of this realm. That way. Went to Venus. We went to Venus. Did anybody know this? Am I late to the story, late to the party, late to the game? Did I did I just not know? I don't remember this being told to anyone. I've never heard anyone even. We were just like, oh, the only place. Here's what I remember being told. I remember this plain as day. That that the only place suitable for humans to, and the only place we would even attempt to go would be Mars, because it's the most similar in climate, and that we could possibly create oxygen there, which apparently they did, and it's close enough to the sun, uh, far enough away that we could maybe put a dome over it and exist in there if we needed to. Because we'll just go ahead and destroy this realm, right? Because nobody knows how. Yeah, despite the fact that the plants grow and there's a sun there and a moon and everything seems to be in homeostasis, we're just going to go ahead and not learn anything about this planet at all. And we don't know what's in this ocean. We don't know where anything is. We don't know how shit works. But we're gonna go ahead and just fly the fuck off of here in cock rockets and go to Mars. But we already been to Venus. This is this is outstandingly, deliciously contemptuous. That I don't think it's contemptuous. Let me redact it. I'll redact contemptuous. The fact that people are so trained. Like I get it. Like you're trained monkeys. You believe you came from a monkey, so that's what you did. You act like monkeys. You think like monkeys. I mean, that's kind of an insult to call people monkeys. You know why? Because I think monkeys are smarter than most people. People are dumb as fuck. Dumb, dumb, dumb fucks. And it's funnier too because they let out their stupidity most frequently and arrogantly. Their ignorances are worn all over them, like on the internet. My hopes is that most of these fucking people are not people and they're just robots. That's my hope. But I know that some of them exist. And I always like, how come I don't see these people in public? How come these people will not have that speak that shit to me in public? Is it because they know they're not smart? They can't get away with it because I'll rip their face off, eat it, shit it out, and feed it back to their children. Like I don't understand like how dumb people are. But they won't do it in public. Is it because they know they're stupid, because they're goofy, because they're wrong? How can you believe? How can you fucking believe that anyone went to? It's so blatantly, glaringly obvious that no person, no anything, went to the fucking moon. We're not using coded language. I'm not saying because the moon is a reflection of Earth, and in some people's eyes we live on the moon. Jim Carrey, the Man on the Moon. It was a yeah, I remember it was called Man on the Moon, and he was playing a comedian, and there was also the one that he lived inside of the moon, and the moon is supposedly a reflection of the Earth, so you could call this the moon in a certain regard. Like, we're not playing that game. All I'm saying, this is Earth, and we're on the ship. To believe that anyone went to Mars, the moon, as they're explaining it, Venus, how could you even? Why do you believe those people? How do you believe people that are known to be 100% taxing, stealing? Taxing is thievery. It's called usury. If you believe in the Bible, I'm telling you right now, for all of you Bible bangers, you're just sitting there going, you just like you take a Bible and you're like, yeah, look at that Bible. Oh, here, why don't you take some Bible right in your face? If you really believe in the Bible, you would never ever play. You would never pay taxes. You would. You couldn't. You could not. You read the fucking thing. These morons that go to church every Sunday. Ask them if they've ever read the Bible. Like, have they picked it up and read it themselves? And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say a very, very small percentage, fraction of a percentage, have read the thing. Fraction of a percentage. We're talking like one in 10,000. That might even be an overstatement of people that have read the fucking thing. But it does say, as your boy Jesus would all as the king, as the fisher king, the fisher of men. There's the other one. He said, he walked in. He was walking through this open air market. There was money changers there. They had tables. And they were trying to kind of like what they called smiths. I mean, I'm more of like an ace or a king. I mean, if you really think I'm an ace, uh, they're called money changers. And Jesus went over there and he flipped the fucking table over because he was against that. Because what they called it and what he called it was usury, to use someone to make a profit off of somebody else's energy. And that is called interest, income tax, and inflation, all usury. You understand? The three I's that are all man made, all fake, all bullshit. Usury. So you can't pay taxes. If you believe in the Bible, you would never pay taxes. And you would never eat shrimp, you never eat seafood. Um well, lots of things you wouldn't do. People, I don't know. If you're into science, You'd have to do the scientific method dance. You'd have to attempt to practice science. Science is not the result of. Science is a methodology of going through. It's science in essence is how someone can learn to juggle. You have to go through the practice. It's a practice. It's a methodology. If you want to learn to shuffle a deck of cards, you would have to do this until you got it right. And every time that you do it, you could You get better at it until you get to this place where you go, okay, I'm gonna do this really well, and I'm gonna go through this method, and I'm gonna get to a good answer, and the good answer would be like pulling any card that you want at any point in time, because you would know what you're doing. Science is not going, okay, that's science. Oh yeah, that's what people do. Well, that's what they told us. There's 100 people doing science. Doesn't mean it's good science. But people love. Here's what they love. They love their popular science. They love popular narrative. That's the other side of the deck. They love popular narrative. They don't like reality. And the reality is, I'm pretty sure I would be willing to. I'd be willing to almost as long as no one's playing syntax and semantics games with language, and you know what the fuck I mean. No one went to the moon. I'd be willing to bet. I would bet your life on it that no one went to the moon. The thing that you see up there that we're pointing at and going that right there. When I'm talking on reflection, I'm talking no that thing. No one went there. No one went to Mars or Venus as they describe it. I'd be willing to bet your life. I'd be willing to bet my first son's life on it. Isn't that what God did with Jesus or some shit? I mean, that's if you read it exoterically. If you read it esoterically and understood symbolic gestures and references, it would make more sense. But I'm astounded that we are surrounded with so many. Did everybody sign an NDA to just not reveal any information of how fucking retarded like everything is? Like how do you, to me that's just calling yourself a liar. Okay, hey, don't speak the correct language to this child. Talk to it in goo goo gaga baby language. You realize you'd stunt or retard the development of a child by speaking to it going, oh, da bit of baby. That's what they'll learn because they learn through mimicry of behavior. You talk to a child like this. Hello, child. Welcome to the world. It's good to see you, little human. That's what you'd say. You don't go, people are is that what it is? Is people do people just talk to each other like that? Coded baby language? Or are they really that dumb? I don't know how we've existed this long. I think they go we need to get the world's population down to 500 million. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I will say that I don't not agree with it. And I think 500 million might be too much because if there is 7 billion, which I don't really believe, let's say there's 7 billion and we get it down to 700,000. So we just that's 10%, right? I'm not good at math. Terrible at it. I didn't get great SAT scores. I didn't have a high IQ. I mean, is 140, 143 is that high? Like whenever like what was it? When I take it 92, I guess 93. So 142. That's terrible, right? You're not allowed to do like Mensa shit. So if we cut it down to 10%, 700,000, I think that's still too much. I don't know that 1 out of 10 people is even suitable. Like if we were like, all right, to get to the next step, the next stage in human development evolution, if there was like if we were playing a video game and to get to the next board you had to accomplish certain thing. I don't think 1 out of 10 people is getting there. I don't think so. Am I wrong here? I mean, look, there's 10 people in this room, and I would assume 8 of you are capable. I'm giving that's a B. Two of you, you're working on it. And the fact that you're here is showing your dedication and commitment to bettering yourself and the state of the world and how humanity interacts and you know how things become better. You're part of that. Everybody here, I know that. But the majority of motherfuckers that you walk by, and I'd say motherfuckers not lightly. I don't just use that. I don't use it for just effect. I don't use it because I'm depraved or um, not capable of finding more coherent language to suit the situation. I don't need to use this foul, vulgar language. But one out of 10 motherfuckers might be intelligent. Most of the people that you interact with, come on, most of you probably got a job, right? Let's just say you got a job. Maybe you work for yourself. I don't know. But if you have a boss or you have other people you work with, you really you know that you're the smartest person in that room. You know you're the smartest person in that room. If you don't think so, you got some soul searching to do. But you realize like your boss is a fucking idiot. And other people you work with, they probably they they lick windows. You know what I'm saying? It is when they went to school, they rode the short bus. And they wore a helmet and a chin strap to keep that helmet on, and they had a drill bucket. And uh, that's that's most of the people you're functioning you're walking like, and their children are going to be dumber than them. It's the kind of people when they have a child and it comes up to them, oh, it's the cutest thing, it's the smartest thing ever. When someone tells you their child is the smartest thing ever, you know immediately that person's not very smart. Yeah, they think their child is smart. Your child's a dummy just like you, and probably dumber. The fact that you reproduced shows your lack of intelligence. You couldn't figure out how not to because you're just so overall. Oh, oh, I'm Penelope. You know, like what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay, let me see who's in here. I didn't even look at your comments. We'll play some tarot in a second. Who's here? Um, are there new people here? Are there people? Holy shit! There's all sorts of new people here that I don't know, and I'm sorry if you're still here. Hopefully, uh, I'm Zen. There's you guys. Lizzie's here. Suntoke. The soul is here. Holy fuck! The soul came through. Um, let's see. Let's see. When you see friends, where we at here? Hello, hello, hello. Suntoke. Starting to become a victim of propaganda. Oh, well, here's the thing: is the all see as I just went on that giant diatribe and just smashing people. I realize a lot of it is mind control and hypnosis. I get it that a lot of people are under hypnosis, but it's like once you tell someone they're under hypnosis, their immediate gut response is, yeah, my back is, I got a little itchiness. Probably do laundry today. I think I got bed bugs, dude. Um, their immediate response is, no, no one fooled me. I haven't been under hypnosis for the last 20 years of my life. It's not it's hard for them to do that because then they have to go from not having any responsibility to having 100% responsibility for their brain and for other people tricking them. And they have to admit to being lied to, which means they're an idiot. And you just have to say, no, I was childish. I didn't know any better. You never make fun of a kid, that's 3 or 4 years old that gets tricked. Doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, just accept it. You believed in Santa Claus. Yes, you did. You believed in a man in the sky. You believed in NASA. You believed in your government loves you. You believed in pharmaceutical companies being on your side, not actually being a business. You believed that you could go to a restaurant and no one ever spit in your food. You can believe that you go to get your car fixed and they didn't tell you 10 other things that you didn't need fixed that because they're trying to make some money. No, none of that ever happened. What up, Saul? Yo, how you been, bro? Long time no see. I'm doing well. What up, Gotti up in here? No shit. Strange day. A lot of new people here. Well, I mean, not new, just haven't seen you guys in a while. So, Santo, yeah, old people. Here, I'll say it for everybody else. Old people are not to be trusted. Fuck them. You're old. You're senile. You're silly. You were walking around on low technology. We're on higher technology now. We have the capacity in this generation. The generation right now has the capacity to be way smarter, and I'll prove it. You really think that you could take a basketball player right now and put them in the 1950s, 1940s, play basketball, and they wouldn't score 100 points. They're not kinesiologically intelligent. You couldn't take the wisdom because we're standing on the back of giants, right? You couldn't take the information that we had yesterday and improve upon it in every way. So right now we have the capacity to be way more intelligent. Old people fucking suck and are stupid. Get them the fuck out of here. Elders are the storytellers, the keepers of knowledge and wisdom. They are to be respected with no questions asked. Respect those people. But just because you're old, usually as you get old, you get stupid because you start to limp. You're hunched over. You don't have enough water in you. You're decaying. Your brain's decaying. You're not. You get dumber. You get stupider. You're closer to death. It's like fuck old people. They're fucking retarded. There's no reason just because someone's older than you that you have to give them respect. There's a lot of people that just lived their life and lived in a miserable, stupid, ridiculous, retarded, unbecoming way. Fuck them. Yeah, I saw on the TV. Yeah, the TV that you saw that was pumping in black and white, and it's a tube that had like you couldn't really see anything. I'm looking at this TV. It's got like 5 zillion dots per inch. It's all this clear picture. It's like, wow, I could really see what's going on there. How's that moon lander doing? And you ask them a simple question: Who filmed it landing? Who filmed it taking off? And how'd they get the shit back? Didn't they just take off? They leave someone on the moon? They put somebody there first? How does any of that work? It's fucking stupid. There's so many simple proofs so that didn't happen. And these people go, oh, oh. That's what they do all day. And then you gotta fucking talk to these people, and they'll like, hey, you're so stupid. You must have voted for Donald Trump. Like, no, I'll be like, you voted for your enslavement, your enslavement. Excuse me, your slavery, your enslavement. That's what you did. Good for you. That's on you, buddy. Hey, do you want this person to tell you what to do, or you want this person to tell you what to do? You didn't choose anyway. Yeah, well, you can't say nothing. Uh, hey, Divine, you even knew it when it happened. See, that was what, was it 69, 68, 69, 69. See, I was negative 10 years old at that point. What's up, Divine? What's up, Ozark? Yeah, and that's so funny that like I never gave it much thought. It was just like, oh, of course. I never. It was just something that it was common knowledge. But then as soon as I did any type of uh, feet on the ground, Let's dig my brain into this. Let's use my prowess as an intellectual. Let's use my brain here if I have one. And it became wildly, immediately, absurdly, intensely apparent that that didn't happen. Just like so many other things that you see on the news. Uh, People on autopilot. If your heart is in the right place, don't get dragged up. Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is I will give people this. In general, people have a good heart, but their heart gets confused because they eat so much shit that it's insulated by shit. So the old adage that says, listen, your gut instinct, listen to your gut. Most people should not listen to their gut because it's full of shit. If you, however, remove all of the shit from your system, go ahead and do an enema, go ahead and eat some diuretics, go ahead and eat some fiber, clean out your gut, and you'll have a very, you'll, there's a resonating thing there. You're getting esoteric. There's something there in the belly, in Bao's world, in your dantian. There's something there that knows. And when you get rid of all the shit, then go ahead and have a gut check. Go ahead and check in on your gut, which is right next to your heart. Go ahead and check in those things, and it'll be honest with you. But if it's filled with shit like most people, don't listen to it because it's not going to tell you. You're gonna scramble and confuse the language. I mean, people do have a good heart. You know, most people's hearts are broken. I'm being serious. Let me piss, and I'll explain to you why the world uh, is malnourished and dysfunctioning. Is that a word, dysfunctioning? I think so. And it has to do with having a broken heart. And we'll get into that in a second. Let me go piss. I'll be right back. And I'll pull you guys a card out of the tarot when I come back. What do you think of that? There it is. It was at the bottom. There it is. Got it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. You guys, here, enjoy the music while I'm gone. You fucking you cocksuckers. Right back. See what this is. Ooh, you didn't hear anything I said there. Cool. My mic was fucked up. I'm back. Okay. I know I remind you all to Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, etc., etc. It's in the description box and in the thing there. I also should remind you It's really easy to thumbs up these things. I know I forget saying it because I don't think I should have to. Because if there's been 50 people here, then there should be 48 thumbs up. Like 2 people probably just don't have thumbs. So if you do have the capacity to push the button of thumbs up, do that because it really helps my statistics on the YouTube. And I really like if I don't get enough thumbs up, I can't sleep. I go, no one likes me. Like no one even gave me. All you had to do was just hit the thumbs up. That's all. They would listen to me for hours and go, oops, I forgot to tip the gentleman. What's up, Danny? Hello, beautifuls. Do you have a lisp today, Danny? Hey, what up, Case of L? Case of L, is fasting beneficial? What are you talking about? Of course it is. Did I talk to you about this the other day? You asked me what are the most important things besides urine? Yes, fasting. Yes, I have oh, you really don't know me. I have a go look up my name and look up 40-day water fast. I've done 43 days on water. I've done 7 days on urine. I've done 20 some days on juice. Yes, fasting is a great idea. It's one of the most intelligent things you can do. Yes, yes, yes. Jesus' real name is Divine. No, it's not. Jesus didn't exist as a human, and there was no J in the language. It starts with an I. The name was Ayushua. It was IE. There's no J. Divine. You did not score 100 on the test. There was no J in the language, and you'd have to go back to the original Bible. You call it Yeshua, and who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? No, I am Zen. Fuck Jesus. Fuck that guy. He didn't exist. And I mean, I like the guy. I like the Jesus selling the tacos down the street. He's cool. He's all right. I like him. But as far as these other motherfuckers that claim the name, where's he from? Egypt, the white guy. Fuck out of here. Didn't exist. Not a real thing. It means imagination. Uh, hey, Lucy Lanucci, your mom said she'd like to wash my mouth out. Tell her she could put some soap on my cock, or she can take a shampoo bottle and squirt it into my ass and put her lips directly around my asshole and suck real hard. Or tell her if she really, I mean, I don't know. She sounds like a pretty stinky person, and if she was good looking, tell her she could wash out my mouth with her cunt. How about that? She could put some mouthwash in her vagina hole, in her twat, in her gash, in her pussy hole, and then she could wash it out by sitting directly on my face. But I'm guessing she's a sloppy whore that probably has children by many men and probably cheats on on her husband all the time, or she's probably divorced because she snorts pig vomit for a living. How about that? This is a comedy show, so I'm not here to give any wisdom. Why listen to me? I always say if it's kind of like people that go to comedy shows that have a problem with it. Here's what you can do. You can fucking leave. I didn't invite you. I don't need you here. You need me more than I need you. That's a fact. Come here to give me shit. There's a million places. There's a million places. You're these people could put their ears. You realize, there's like a billion people. Okay, so you got people from you got children and older people that not really facilitating humanity. So let's say there's a billion people that could possibly be on the internet, and then you have like where the internet is. So you got hundreds of thousands of people that you could plug yourself into. You could just type of something.com dot whatever. You could go to YouTube's and just peruse that. And there's a billion places you could be. So why would you be somewhere that you don't like what someone's doing? What I can do is I have a box over here that I could take a shit in, and if you give me your address, I could send it to you, and I could freeze dry the turd, put a little bow around it, sign my name on it. I could even polish it too, send it right to your mother, and she could use that as a freeze dried turd. She could use that as a dildo. I could put some soap on it. She could wash her own mouth out with my turd. Dude, are you really wearing fingernail polish? Uh, I don't know why, Lucy Lanucci. I don't know why you have to type it so loud. I wear fingernail polish occasionally, but I fucking like it. Fuck you gonna do about it? Come see me. You got a problem with it? You know why? These are the each one of these is a finger that I've stuck in your wife's cunt. This is how I know which one she likes. She likes a thumb in the ass. She likes this one right in there, and for whatever reason, she doesn't let me do the two. She makes me do these two. I think because her pussy is so wide, she likes the extra. Yeah. What up, Gary? So Gary, you also knew it was bullshit. That's hilarious. Because I didn't watch it live, I didn't know. It was kind of like, do you remember when the haze of 2001, sometime in September? Remember the haze of that when it occurred, and you were trying to in the chaos, because this is it's called shock and awe. Uh, it's called shock and awe, and it's when you're in that crisis or that moment, you can't, and and everything's spinning. You're like, "Whoa, this is crazy," and you can't quite put your finger on it, but you know something's wrong. But then in a few days, it became very, very apparently clear what it was. I get the moon landing. See, that was in a different direction, because that was like the splendor, the majesty, the crazy. Oh my gosh! Do you remember before that in what, 40s? What year was it? There was a radio broadcast, maybe earlier than that. Was it Orson Welles that did War of the Worlds? And apparently, well, what had happened was before the show, he, because it's on the radio, so you can't really see it. You can't go back to it. Um, he said this is a dramatic reading, and then he went into reading it, but people were turning the radio on in the middle of the reading, so it's like dun, 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 dun. There's a bombing of the dead, and he's going through the whole thing, and people were believing it to be true because they didn't hear the beginning of it. Do you remember? They didn't hear this is just a oh shit, got the wrong one. Maybe it's this one. Oh, fuck that one up. See, sometimes I fail, but yeah. So that's an interesting thing. The moon landing, that September day, Orson Welles, all the things we've been told, like how easily, if you don't get if you were to just go in the room, and there's like, okay, let's say 10 rooms, and one of them's comedy, one's a cooking show, you know what I mean, like there's certain things, and you go into the room that's comedy, but you don't know it's comedy, you don't know where you're walking into, and you take it to be true. I mean, that's one of the biggest things in life that we take what's a joke as so serious. People take life too serious. Divine, your dad was Army and Air Force, and he knew. So he knew. So he was. That's yeah. A lot of the lower level ones, they don't know. They're just you know heel toe, step in order, follow the line. I'm like, huh? What behind the ears? And then when you get to the larger ones, you're already so into it, and you're already NDA'd out, and you're just like, well, there's the yeah. That's interesting. I didn't. I don't. I think only on one side of this, the family that raised me, that bought me off the black market. I think only one side of it was Army. I think the grandfather figure on my mother figure side. Vampires, dragons, beasts, and sleeping beauties. Oh, Secret of Nim, good movie. Good movie. They live with little dignity they have left, and you can respect it. What are you talking about, Danny? I'm assuming you're talking about old pieces of shit. They have no dignity because they're either straight lying to people, so they have no value, they have no worth. They're not to be trusted. Fuck them. The dignity to lie to your next of kin, to lie to the next generation. I have no respect for those for old people that just continually lie, and they know they're lying. But then that's why they do all the drugs they do. So they just drug me out, so I don't have to think about how I'm just fucking lying to my children and my grandchildren because they're not a warrior, because they're worthless, because they'd rather have get butt fucked by the state. Just a fact. Jack. Danny, you're saying this weird shit again. Well, why do you come in here and just say the most random shit? I mean, I think maybe you should. I'm gonna say it out here out loud. I think maybe you should seek professional assistance. Like you might like whatever drugs you're doing, you should stop. And if you're not on any drugs, maybe you need some antipsychotic medicines. The weight of the world on the shoulders make the bend of the leg, thus phantom pains like a womb giving birth again, and the kiss of death, final blow. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? What do you? It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even poetic. You're just typing shit. I'm certain that you don't exist anymore. I'm certain that you're just using a computer program to type dumb shit in there. See, a leak of the split oil released to the throat and the fishy smell of the nostrils glazed on. Okay, Danny, I might have to kick you out the room. You're not making any sense. What's up, Kumar? Then you poop some real zingers. Yeah, the War of the Worlds. That was it, right? What it was? Did I get his name right? It was Orson Welles, right? If you can't fuck a joke, take it. Yeah. Oh, and here, let's hey guys, want to join me? Oh shit! See what a fucking moron I am. Let me go clean this up. I did not have the lid on and I shook it. What an asshole I am. See, I am also capable of being a thug. No! Sometimes, see that's what people don't get. When I'm shitting on everybody else and making jokes, it's because I do it myself. I'm an idiot too. I just happen to be less of an idiot than most people. Like it's not like I was shaking without a top on. It just wasn't. It wasn't. wasn't completely on there. So I get some on my wall too. Did I screw up my painting? Yes, I know I'm an idiot as well. I mean, not as much as some of you, but if you can't fuck a joke, take it. Take that, take that, take that. Remember Puff Daddy or P Diddy? What a weird guy that was. You know what's funny about him is there's remember it was Puff Daddy and Mace. Remember that guy? He was like a rapper guy. He was like, oh, he talked like he had a fucking like a cock in his mouth, and he was like a fat little like weird dude. And you know what he became? He became a minister, a preacher, and then he was making money off of being a preacher. He went from a rapper guy to a preacher, and then when the preacher shit wasn't working out, he became a rapper guy again, and he started doing he was doing like gospel preaching. He was doing like he's like a rapper for Jesus. Fucking shit is weird, man. I did hear somebody say something really hilarious the other day. I believe it was Cat Williams. And if it wasn't, it was something to do with the way that he uses like his Jesus Bible kind of preacher thing to get money from people. And they were just saying they use it as a front, and they know that they're doing it. They know they're manipulating people. I mean, have you ever been to any? Have you been to churches? Have you ever seen Joel Osteen or whatever the hell his name is? How does that dude wake up he wakes up in the morning with everyone's money just laughing, that big fucking cheesy dick sucking smile. Churches, man, just they don't pay any taxes. And I would advise anyone here, if you want to start a business, open up a if you're gonna open up your LLC, be a church or be a non-profit, or I've told you this before, not for profit, non-profit, church. When your business, church, not-for-profit, non-profit. These are the things you got looking for. It'll make you wealthy, and it will, and it's healthier for society. And maybe not the church so much. So what are you cuckolds doing? You guys want me to read some tarot for you? Should I terrorize you? What do you think? Who's here? Is anybody left? Is anyone listening to anything I'm doing here? Does anybody really care? What should we talk about here? Let's see. I think I've covered. Hey, anybody got the news for the day? It's Monday, September 6th, 2022, according to the Gregorian peoples. Uh, what's the good word today? What's going on astrologically? What's happening? What do I have to make fun of today? I'm still kind of flabbergasted. That's a good word, flabbergasted. With how really dopey and dumb people are. It's really how could we go about making for the grown and sexy? You know what I mean? For those radio stations. It's like this one's for the grown and sexy, and playing on the throwbacks to the '60s and '70s. How can we make a website that is basically Reddit and Instagram, but there has to be qualifiers where you can't have fucking dummies. Like you can't have like Here's the let's discuss the internet. Let's discuss the fucking internet for a second here. If you type something into the computer, how old are you? What sex are you? Somebody type something. Instagram, Reddit, whatever pages you work with, your Facebook, whatever. I mean, Facebook, maybe you know who the fuck it is, but you can make up fake profiles. Literally is just a string of words. So you're 100% responding to a string of words that has no gender, no sex, no age, no anything. So you respond to that in accordance. So everyone, when you're typing, it kind of reminds me of that George Carlin joke that if you're driving, and someone's going faster than you, they're an asshole. And if someone's driving slower than you, what does he say? An asshole and a schmuck. No, it's like when someone speeds fast, you're like, look at this asshole, or somebody's going too slow. Oh, look at this fucker. I don't know what the words he uses, but there's that kind of thing. So around you, whenever you're on doing internet stuffing, here you get this. You already know who I am, so you can't really. It doesn't work so well when you can see the person and there's no green screen and you're pretty certain there's no fuckery going on. But anybody else, if you're just doing shit on the internet, you pretty much go. Maybe it's a chick, maybe it's a dude, depending on the kind of writing style. Maybe they're English as a second language, ESL. Maybe it's a youngster and maybe it's someone old. You don't really know. You're just guessing at those. That everything that you respond to on the internet is just a piece of information. Just a piece of information. And how many things that you're responding to on the internet. And here's what I found the other day. It was very disturbing. It was this guy on Instagram going, "Hi, my name's fucking Tom, and when I'm here in my car, and I have a couple websites, and I have a couple ideas, but I don't feel like going through, and I'm not good at words, and it will do the words for me." There's like a program that will do all of the fucking like whatever. Okay, I'm selling uh, gorilla dildos, and I don't know how to explain that what's going on with the size and the shape and the texture and the smell and I don't know that. So I just type in a couple of keywords. This program will write the whole fucking thing for you, and then you don't even got to read it. You could hit a button and it'll have Alexa, oh Alexa, or whatever the fuck program you're using. I don't know, and it'll read it for you. Now, how much of that shit, if we get away from having someone to read it, and like how much of the shit is computer bots and programs, anyways? This is my only hope is that most of what I read on the internet on these websites, I hope I don't pray, wouldn't I don't do that, but I do have a great deal of hope that it is a robot, that it is NPC. It's something. It's fake because I don't want to believe people are this fucking dumb. That's my thing. I just more and more I interact with people that I'm just like, you have got to be, and it's on the internet. You're the dumbest motherfucker. And when I'm walking down the street or interact with people, I kind of get a sense that maybe that person's not smart. But you can verify how incredibly not smart they are. And because what year is this? 2000, 2022. And do you remember when they did that thing on the news and the those corporations that make money off you, that lie to you, that want you to be sick? The pharmaceutical companies. You know how they're like just getting people to participate in some sort of scammy thing. You know how they do that thing that was going on. Well, we've had well over 700 days, and nights, 24 hours times 700. And it's been more than that. Let's just say, has it been 1,000? Let's just do 1,000. I think it's been 1,000 at 24 hours. So 24,000 hours of just contemplation on what's going on here. And here's how you can know how fucking dumb people are. There are people that still put a diaper. I'm surprised they don't just have a child to take a shit in it and put a child's diaper on their face. There's still people that walk around in the park with that thing on. There's still people that are driving around in a car, and next to them they have their McDonald's. In their right hand they have a cigarette. And what they do is they have this thing on, and they'll pull this down, and then because they're healthy, they'll roll their window down instead of just blowing it in the car because they're stinking filthy fucking piece of shit. They'll blow it out the window because obviously you're not taking dragging the whole thing in your lung. Then go ahead and they'll put that thing back up, and then with the same hand with their cigarette, they'll grab that fucking boiga, their fucking cheese boiga, and they'll just eat it. Hand on the steering wheel, stopped at a green light, take a bite of that, chow on it, pull this back up. Nom, 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 nom. While they're still chewing on it, start going through that light. They'll pull this back down and take a nice healthy drag of that cigarette. Ugh. This is what I'm saying. I don't wish bad upon people. I really don't. But I think if you still wear a mask right now, just cash in your chips. Just you really don't want to be here. I cannot believe for 1 second that someone that wears a mask that is that fearful of life, they're scared of death but scared of life. They think sickness. There's a new sickness out here. Yeah, sickness is called fucking stupidity. But like they're that lost in the hot sauce, lost in the sauce. If you, I just think you just gotta just hand in your card, your life card. Like, here's a question I heard the other day. It wasn't a question, it was more of a statement. How come I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna give you a song. When I come back, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and these are very important questions. And uh, I'm gonna need you to really focus. I'm gonna need you to get in there, pay attention, participate. I need your undivided attention when I come back because I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and it has to do with trees, birds, and graveyards. You ready? Here's some music. I'll be right back because I gotta piss. But you can have this should be helpful. I always like this one. I don't know which one it is. Let's see what we got here. See if this works. Okay, who's here? Here's the questions. Is everybody here? Here's what I'm gonna do. Again, you guys are welcome to give me thumbs up for this shit. It's very much appreciated. You guys are also allowed to buy me a drink, uh, buy me a house. But you could invest in me. How about you don't have to? It's a donation or investment. You want me to do something for you? You want me to build you something? I'm gonna teach you how to. You want me to teach you something? Oh, well, shit! I've been doing that for a while. It's free, but assisting in return, reciprocation is a okay. I'll build something with you. What do you want me to build? Thumbs up and put up Brand Zen. So yeah. Feel free. Buy me a drink. Go for it. Appreciate it. How come? How come? How come? Explain this to me. You go out to a bar any night of the week. Some trashy, ridiculous, sloppy whore. The people will spend money, like lots of money, buy them a drink, spend $8 on a drink, and maybe more than one. And I'm sitting here doing this like my fucking life depending on it, giving people wisdom of the ages, and I can't get a motherfucking drink out y'all. I'm sitting here, dancing, shining shoes, fucking. What can I do for you, sir? And these bitches just walk out there with a titty hanging out, and people are like, "Oh, take my money." Is that what I need to do? Do I need to show you my titties or something? I got hair. I'm a fucking man. I got hair on my chest. I don't know if you do that shit. I got normal sized man titties. Anyways, yeah. So if you want to cash out PayPal, here's the question. Here's the question that I'm going to pose to you, and it's a three parts, and I just try to put these three things together in your head. One is where are all the dead birds? Two, why aren't there trees everywhere that are over 200 years old? Why are so furthering that question, just to look in neighborhoods, look where trees are, look at how big and where they are. If the world is as old and there was no resets, there was no floods, there were no whatever happened, wouldn't there be trees bigger everywhere? So where are all the dead birds? Because there's how many if there's 7 billion people, and how many birds are there? Trillions? Trillions? Shouldn't they just be falling out of the sky dying? And why don't you ever see new graveyards? Give a hard thought to this. So I live in New Orleans. I'm just gonna give you an idea because my backyard is literally a fucking cemetery, and it's been there since the late 1800s. And every other city and every other and so block to block, there's a house, a bar, a school, a church, a graveyard. All the area is taken up. It's here. Just like where you in your a suburbanite town or wherever the hell you live. It's all taken up. And I get it. A lot of these bodies are being burned and put into tiny little, I get that part. But there's plenty of people that don't choose that. Where are they putting these dead bodies? Where are these people going? There's no new, no one's buying a plot of land to bury bodies. Where are they? Where are these dead people? Where are they going? I seriously, I've only met a few people that ever died. I mean, it just seems like there's so many people and they're coming and going. Doesn't seem to be a lot of people dying these days, despite what they might tell you on the news. And why is it that we only kill the good ones? Why do they kill the Martin Luther King? Why do they kill Gandhi? Why did they kill JFK? The ones that said, hey, maybe we should treat each other with respect and love each other and shake each other's hand and give people hugs and be kind. Fuck him. Kill that motherfucker. He wants people to be nice. And everybody out here that's doing the dirtiest, dangerous, most dangerous, disgusting, dastardly deeds possible, they're still around. We keep them around. What the fuck is wrong with this place? So where are why are the trees only a couple hundred years old? Where are all the birds falling out of the sky? Where's their bones? And where's all these new graveyards? Where are these cemeteries? Where are we burying these fucking people? How many people are born and die every day? What's the math on that? Anybody got mathematics on that? 7 billion people. Lifespan, we would say, is 70 years. There's probably some easy math to do there. Anybody got that? I mean, the dead birds thing is a very interesting one to me, because also, whether you like it or not, it's not saying that all birds are fake, but you have to admit that there are some. Look at that. Bottom 4 cards. 5 cards. What do we got? 2 jacks, 3 kings. Bottom cards. You got to admit that there are some that are not real. There are some that are definitely not. And you could look it up. They were making these in the 70s, 60s. I'm just saying, what's up with these fucking birds? You ever see pigeon? You ever see pigeon eggs? You know what I mean? Like, how often are these things reproducing? I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, and obviously no one's trying to find a pigeon coop with all the eggs, but you know what? Where are these dead bird bodies? Bones just don't go nowhere. They take a long time to break down, to be part of the earth. You know what I mean? And most importantly to me is the trees. The trees. Explain to me the trees. You go to a track of house. Look at the Midwest. You ever driven through the Midwest? You could literally drive for a day and not see a house, not see anything, just fields of nothing. Just driving. You're just going, oh, there's 60 miles, there's 100 miles, and nothing. And that right there will make you really come to terms with the realm isn't overpopulated, for one. That's certain. And 2, where's the trees at? Then you go to places there are trees. Why is it only in California where the redwoods and in parts of the northern Russian territory? Why are those the only places with old trees? Really big ones. Redwoods, just giant monstrosities. Everywhere else? Why aren't they everywhere else? Why right there? Why in Silicon Valley? Why are the trees there so big, but nowhere else? You don't get to just fucking skim over that. Here's your reality. Go fucking walk outside. Look at the trees and tell me why there's not bigger, older ones anywhere. Go ahead, drive wherever you need to drive. Tell me why those forests are only a couple hundred years old. You realize the tree would just keep growing. Unto its own devices, if you just plant a tree and you don't cut it down and it goes through just the life cycle of here's some oxygen, here's some rain, here's some whatever it's doing, It doesn't like, hey, I'm 150 years old. I'm dying. We don't poison it. We don't kill it. It just. Are you sure the tree wouldn't live, exist indefinitely? But we're looking at trees that are how old? Holy shit! Look at this thing. Oh my god! It's this weird looking. What is this? It's a weird looking dolphin. It's a dolphin with a really pointy nose, like a long. It looks like You ever seen a gar? It's an alligator fish. It's called a gar. It's got the head of an alligator, but a fish's body. That you catch them right up here, like Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. And there's this. I'm looking at this. It has a gar head, an alligator gar fish head on a. No shit. That's so weird. And it breathes oxygen too, because it's got a little. There's a porpoise. Hey, Gary. Yeah, isn't that funny? Yeah, back to some New Orleans history. I always find funny. I've always found that funny. New Orleans is the city, but within the city. So when you classify things, why is it that every other state you go to, you have cities and towns and all the other little things whatever you name them, but for whatever reason, here you have wards and parishes. I mean, I kind of understand why. The city of the dead being at the end of the Mississippi, the hoodoo culture, the connection to the Gulf, to the ocean, to the where we're located. But a parish, isn't that what you do when you die? Isn't a ward? Isn't that like a crazy place where you go? Where do the crazies go? They go to the psych ward. And everything about this place is kind of psychotic, dead, voodoo. I mean, it's fun. At least they're honest here. I mean, would you rather live in a fucking suburban neighborhood? Would you rather live in suburbia? You want to see really dead people, which is very interesting. Go to any suburban neighborhood, you will see dead people. They don't exist. Like they're totally. But if you come to this city, everyone's everyone's there. They're alive. They're doing it. Like yesterday was yesterday was which one is it? It's not Pride. It was there's like the festivals for the homos, the gays, the fags, the lesbians, bisexuals, the trannies, whatever. What the hell is it? What the hell is the name of it? Fucking hilarious. So people just walking around the city like bondage sadomasochist gear, chicks with their just fucking titties hanging out, dudes wearing basically less than a speedo with their dongs just dangling, just walking through public. Just yeah. Oh, decadence. It was decadence, and it's really funny too because decadence happened the same weekend as LSU, Louisiana State University, the football team. So everybody's out in the city yesterday. I was like, okay, so it's Sunday, but it's like the week before NFL starts. So I was like, college football wasn't doing it on Sunday. Why is everyone? I thought the Vikings were playing. The Vikings were playing. And I was like, oh no, it's LSU. I was like, oh, they're playing today. So it's all these hoorah, these fucking these motherfuckers football because they're playing at the dome at the Superdome. Caesar now it's called Caesars, right? And so it was Florida Seminoles. So all these Florida cats, dudes, football, Florida, LSU, big fucking game. And it's also Decadence, which is rainbow flags and tits and cocks just flopping around everywhere. People dancing going, "Achey!" Oh, it's fucking fabulous. Could you imagine if that were to happen? Like that happens on a regular. Okay, it was a little extra yesterday, but on a regular basis, it's kind of like that here. Could you imagine that happening in your tiny little shitty town where people are supposedly not not in parishes, not dead? We have we have we have fucking we have tours. People come here to go on tours of the tombs, of the cemeteries, of the dead people. It's pretty funny. Hey, fuck. Is it working now? Yeah, whatever, however this shit works, StreamYard, you gotta get your shit together, man. Like this is on the free service, you'd probably want the free service to work well so that people would purchase it. And I'm pretty sure that somebody pays for this. Pretty sure I know who pays for this. You can't have every time I'm fucking doing a talk that 1 hour and a half in, somehow your audio, your compression, whatever the fuck you're doing doesn't work. It's dog shit. I don't like it. Yes, I get all this other magical shit. I can have the thing over here and have the cool colors and stream it. I can, there's lots of fun stuff. You get the bells and whistles, the bells and whistles. But I can't have the most important part of a YouTube stream, or some of them. It's all the green screen and the fancy shit. But the majority of it is the, the voice, the talking thing, the talking thing, the talking thing. So you should probably fucking fix that. Fucking irritating, huh? Hello. What's up, Junie? What are you doing? It's all good? Good. What's up, Divine? So why do alligators and crocodiles only live in the deep south? Ooh, good question. Let me see. Um, I'm thinking it has to do with the swampy, like it's something to do with like eating all of the mess. I'm trying to give like trying to talk through this in a way. Okay, so if everything from the shit from the rest of the country goes down the Mississippi and it ends up in the muck, the swamp, the filth, it all goes right there. It's a big swampland. Why is there swamp right there? Wet to mud to swamp to it's all just mush. So all of that shit comes from the north, comes to the south, and we got to have something eat it. We have to something digest it. It's like a blackbird. A blackbird, in a sense, is like a crocodile or a. So yeah. I mean, where are these gators and these crocodiles? Florida. You think of Florida, Louisiana. I mean, you really don't even so much think of Alabama or Mississippi, but obviously there's got to be some there, huh? I don't remember seeing any when I was there, or even it being a thing. What about Texas? Does Texas have any? Maybe in that little Gulf area, but then a lot of Texas connects to Mexico, so there's not going to be any over there. And you go over to Arizona that way, and you got like armadillos and different type of things going on over there. But it's still, yeah, it's. I think it's just something to do with the eating the shit from the north. So we need something to clean it up, and also places to put your dead body. Let those things eat us, shit you out in the swamp. I think that's what it is. The alligators are there to uh, keep keep the northerners away from here. Because if they come down here and have a bad attitude, we can dispose of your body pretty quick. And it ain't like burying your. It's not like burying your shit underneath the in concrete in a stadium. They'll never find you because you'll be just eaten by alligators. You got Texas gators. Okay, yeah, yeah. I was just talking about it earlier. I don't know if you heard me. The garfish. They're called gator garfish. And I seen one. They catch them in the Lake Pontchartrain, which is connected. Funny enough, it's supposed to be freshwater, but it's connected connects through a couple things out to the Gulf and the sea, so it's saltwater. And when a couple hurricanes pushed Katrina pushed so much water in the wrong direction that it turned this freshwater lake into a salty lake. It was minimal, like what's this? Salt water is like 3.5% or something. Salt. And it was like a half a percent, but it was enough to like it was adjusting what was in there. And there was sharks and shit that got in there. Sharks were in fresh water and was able to survive because it pushed so much salt in there. It was still capable of existing. Um, and also we have gator garfish, and I seen a picture of one. It was like it was 6 foot, 6 foot, and it had a head like a gator, but a body like a fish. Weird shit. Brackish, brackish. That's such a good word, brackish. What does that mean? Just dirty and salty. Hey, thank you to some people were kind enough to donate to me, and I appreciate that. You guys did me a good service. I was able to go out yesterday and see a buddy of mine uh, do a whole. It was fucking awesome. It was a spoken word, like an hour of spoken word, and then live band. It was a really cool room, really cool space. Okay, so I got to go out and have some drinks on you guys, and I got some kratom. So that's what I got here. So kratom helps with my pains, the pains of being alive, of dealing with all of this crazy world. So thank you, appreciate it. And you guys are also welcome to donate today. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. It's right there in the description box and the banner there. And also, uh, 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 um, yeah, you could hit the thumbs up. So that's cool too. Adjective of water, slightly salty, as the mixture of river water and seawater. Estuaries, a cup of brackish water. Hey, hey, I got a cup of brackish salty semen for you. Would semen be considered brackish? Brackish semen. Speaking of semen, I gotta go jerk off. No, I gotta piss. You guys enjoy yourself. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Have some music, and you guys talk amongst yourselves. Have this.
Salty dog, Appalachian slang for favorite person. Oh, nice. Rubbing salt on hunting dogs to keep off the ticks. No shit. There is, I believe there's a restaurant here called the Salty Dog. Yeah. I mean, there's the red dog. There's a red dog here, which is really great. One of the only spots you can get breakfast food. Here's what I'm going to do. Cocktail, gin, vodka. Grapefruit is, yeah, it's really good. I don't like the salt rim, but grapefruit and gin, that's okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, because apparently a bunch of people left because I was taking too long and they didn't like my music. I was replacing a light bulb in my kitchen because I can call the desk to get my shit fixed in this building, in my house, in my apartment, in my domicile. It just never happens. So I went and acquired a light bulb, and I had to put it in because I couldn't see in my kitchen. That's not very good for cooking. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this show and just start another one in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna let me make one quick text, and I'll be back on here. And 9:30 on a Monday morning, we'll do welcome to a case of the Mondays, Garfield, and we'll chat. Give me like 10 minutes because I think I want to get a snack too. 10 minutes. You guys know the rules. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, TsarXen. It's in the description box, as well as the thing on the bottom. There's all my other places and ways of contacting me there as well. And remember to have a cool time, dude. Enjoy yourself. It's your experience. Have a wonderful day. Be weird when you can. Share. Enjoy yourself, and then help other people. Help other people to enjoy themselves. And if that's with some currency or some coochie, go about that. And yeah, be weird, be yourself. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye.